demure vibes. ALLNATUREL. Why everybody been saying demure?
I learned about that late. I was off the internet for a second, and I just saw that everywhere. I was like, where's that? I don't even know where it's from.
Yeah, the internet learned a new word this week. I guess it's a real word. I don't know. I mean, that's my first time seeing it too.
I like to Google it. I'm going to Google that real quick.
It means like shy, modest, like something like that. But yeah, get your vocab up, man. Vocabulary growing exponentially. Demure. Yeah. You said you did a Dante's pod. When did you do his? Did you do it when he was outside or inside?
Outside.
Okay.
Yeah. 2020. Damn. I really don't remember. It was either 2022 or 2023.
When he was out
It was in the summertime.
in front of the shed?
Yes.
How you know him?
I really don't remember how. I'm sure one of the shows or something, like when I just first started DJing. But I don't remember us actually formally meeting.
He's a funny guy.
Yes.
He's pretty wild, I feel like. I did his pod actually too when he was outside. Me and my boy TC did it together. Mm-hmm. No Diddy. And then I went on it recently, maybe a few months ago, when he was inside with his co-host, Kilo Scud. Mm-mm. I don't even know his real name. I really be knowing people by their Instagram name. I just found out your real name.
Yeah. A lot of people don't. They're always asking what's your real name?
Yeah. So you're a DJ from, I guess originally from Hampton. In Newport News now.
Yes.
We need more DJs on this side of the water.
Yes.
I feel like it's you. Is it only you and Sween Dog? Who else be spinning over there? Is Lo from over here?
Lo's from here, but Lo doesn't live here. But yeah, Lo is from over here. But Lo lives in Richmond.
Yeah. Yeah, she spun at Wavefest with us, and she just came from Richmond, and she left her laptop over there, and she was about to go back. She started walking back to her car to go get it, and she was like, I'm gonna just use baby oils. She didn't want to deal with the traffic.
Yeah, that's not. I do a lot of gigs out there, so I commute pretty much.
In Richmond?
To Richmond, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just had an event actually last weekend, but the sound was messed up and I didn't feel like dealing with it. I was like, okay, well, I'm not DJing tonight. But I did drive an hour out there.
Oh, you didn't even spin? What was wrong with the sound?
Well, first of all, it was my fault because I forgot my some stuff for my laptop. I forgot my charger and my charger for my DDJ 800. So, because it has a separate charger, it doesn't just plug up to my computer.
What's a DJ 800?
DDJ 800.
I'm a noob when it comes to DJing, so I don't really know much about it.
It's a 2-channel. I can show you a picture, but I don't really know what to say about it. It's Pioneer equipment.
So you forgot your charger?
Yes, but I got somebody else's controller, one of my homies, and then that worked out. But then by the time they tried to figure out the chords and stuff, the sound wasn't coming out correctly. And then by the time they actually got it up or whatever, my set only had 20 minutes or 30 minutes or so left. So I just let my friend do the rest of the night.
They still paid you though, right?
Yeah. But I didn't take the money. I didn't DJ. So, yeah.
That's respectable, I guess.
I give it to them, yeah.
Oh, you gave it to the friend that
DJ.
So you still drove out there. It's
I did. I did get some gas money, though. I said, can I get some gas money? They were like, yeah, sure, take that.
Yeah. We had baby oil and Wise up here, and they were telling us about the difference between, what were they calling it? It was some different type of controllers. It was what is it? It's like an analog one versus, what are they calling that shit? What are the different types of controllers? Isn't there a more an old school one, and there's a modern,
turntables?
It wasn't turntables. It was another word they used. I forgot now. So I guess you use these the more modern controllers.
Yeah, I don't know what their reference is, but I know there's I don't know if they mentioned CDJs.
CDJs, that's what it was.
Okay.
That's what it was. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't. Those are expensive.
Yeah, they were saying there was some club or establishment out here that only used CDJs, and some DJs didn't like it, but then some respected it because it forced you to learn the origins of how it was, Do you know how to use CDJs?
I've used them a couple of times. Fairly, yeah. I'll say I know how to use them for the most part. Yeah. I've DJ'd out with them probably like 4 or 5 times now. Yeah. I started on a DDJ 200, technically. I had that for like a week. It's really small. And then DDJ, that's what they're called. I don't even know what that stands for. And then a DDJ 400. It's a little bit bigger, but it's still a very much beginner. But that's like, I went everywhere with her. Like, definitely like, yeah, my rider. But I have a DDJ 800 now.
Okay. How did you like get into DJing?
How did I get into DJing? Honestly, I've been wanting to DJ since I was in high school. So probably like 15 or 16. I found Boy Girls SoundCloud. She's like definitely one of the first people to inspire me. Her and this guy named Rob and this girl named Cosmo.
Okay.
That's kind of what got me into it. I love music and whatever, but I just really liked their mixes. I was like, damn, I could possibly do this. So I didn't at the time. I was just too scared. I didn't have the confidence, so I didn't. And I let a couple years go by. Then one year I was just like, if I really want to do it, like I need to get the controller and download the software and whatnot. So I practiced. Like I stayed up 4 in the morning, until 4 in the morning. I would just practice.
At this point, you're already out of high school?
Yes. So I'm in college now. By this point, my second year of college, and I got the software, so I was on Virtual DJ. I use Rekordbox now, so I was on Virtual DJ. At the time, my laptop was touchscreen, so I didn't even need a controller. I could just like touch the pads and all the stuff I needed to do.
Also, for people that don't know, can you just tell us what Virtual DJ is and what Rekordbox is?
So it's basically software that resembles the actual board, if that makes sense. Like you would load a track onto a deck, a virtual deck, essentially. It replicates like a MIDI, I guess, in that sense.
It's like replicating what the physical hardware is doing?
Exactly, yeah. And since my thing was touchscreen, like I was saying, I didn't need a controller. I could just touch everything or whatever. Where was that?
Yeah, you were in college, staying up till 4 in the morning.
Oh, this time I was back at home with COVID.
Okay. Also, you were in college during COVID.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sadly.
So still to this point, you haven't had your first gig yet. You're just thinking about getting into it. You're practicing.
This is 2021. 2021. Yeah, is when I was like, okay, I want to do this. And crazy enough, Boy Girl's mom, DJ Dirty Die.
Wait, her mom's a DJ too?
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't know that. Okay. I know her though, but I didn't know that. Okay.
She helped me start DJing and stuff, and like teaching me, and I would go over her place, and like I just practice and all that stuff. And that was during a time where I wasn't sure if I really wanted to do it. I got a controller, but I was like, like, is this something I really want to do? I don't know. But she gave me my first gig, my first official gig. My mom let me DJ her birthday party.
That was your first gig, or
yeah.
After that? Yeah.
So it was her birthday party first, my mom's birthday party. I did that, and then I did this Juneteenth event that DJ Dirty did, and I wasn't even gonna do that gig because I wasn't confident. But I had to talk with my grandmother, like I don't know how many, it might have been a month before or like a couple weeks before, and she was like, I think you need to do it. Like you just need to put yourself out there and see what happens. She pushed me to do it, and she gave me my name, my DJ name, ALLNATUREL, too. So yeah,
I think it's cool how you got inspired by like local people to do it. It wasn't like this famous person that's like from wherever.
Yeah,
that lets you know, like that lets you know that like stuff we do in the city, we could inspire another kid from the city. Like we don't have to be super famous to do it, you know?
Right. Yeah.
So you do this first gig.
Yes, nervous. Like, I was practicing, obviously, leading up to it. I would send my friend mixes, like, how's this sound? Like, does this sound pretty good? And they would, like, critique it or whatever the case may be. And we would just do that back and forth into the gig. And I think I still have this gig saved somewhere, like, on a drive.
Or like the set.
Yeah. I think I dropped it on SoundCloud at one point. With all my old mixes, they're off. Like my first ever mix I dropped on SoundCloud, no controller. It was strictly from my laptop.
What do you What do you mean they're off?
Like they're not up there no more.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Because I don't think I was paying for it at the time, and then I didn't have enough space, and I was like, I don't feel like paying for it. But now I do pay for whatever that Pro Plus stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like there's almost it's like a stigma, or maybe not a stigma, I don't know what the word is, but like of becoming a DJ. Just like how it was for rappers. Like, oh, everybody wants to be a rapper now. I feel like DJs are kind of getting that criticism right now.
Everyone wants to be a DJ?
Like everybody wants to be a DJ. Like it's a bad thing, or I don't know. What do you think about that?
What do I think about that?
About like newcomers getting into DJing, being called posers, or like maybe the community not being accepting of new people, or I don't know. Maybe I'm even looking at that wrong. I don't know.
I hear that, but I don't really have thoughts about it, I guess. Because, like, I know the reason, like, kind of why I got into DJing. I know people, like, kind of, or, like, people are in it for the wrong reasons, like clout or, like, that type of stuff. So I could see it from that standpoint of view, I guess. Or just to be out and take pictures, but not really good at the craft. Yeah. Maybe.
Was that like the first creative venture like you got into? Were you doing other stuff in high school or before that?
I want to say DJing was the first creative thing that definitely like got me out there. Yeah.
Because you have like a YouTube channel. I think you have. Well, also you have two other things like in your bio I wanted to ask you about. So you have Pink Potato. Is it Pink Potato Club? What is that?
What is
that? So I see you guys have like a mission statement. It was like, I wrote it down. It was like a constantly evolving club aimed at nurturing personal development through shared experiences. Our goal is to cultivate spaces that empower communities through design, art, and music.
Yeah.
How did you start that? Like, where are you at with that right now? And what is that really? I mean, that's a lot of words right there, but like, what does that mean to you?
I'm going to start with how it even formed, really. I've always, I guess, wanted to start up a club. Like, even in high school, I wanted to do, like, a mental health, like, awareness club or something like that. Or, once again, just didn't have the confidence to do so. I didn't think I could host stuff or bring people together. So I never did it. And then I went through this particular journey, I guess, healing journey of just kind of stepping into my power, knowing my voice, and like seeing the importance of taking up space, especially as a Black person in a creative. It can be very difficult to do so. But
what do you mean by taking up space?
Not being afraid to push your ideas out there. Like, even if you don't think they're good, like, just still being and being authentic, like, to yourself. I guess that's what I mean. Like, not being afraid of like judgment, or not letting that dictate your next steps and how you're operating, and like
letting it like paralyze you.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I mean by taking up space. Going through that, and like Pink Potato was like a direct catalyst for showing up as my authentic self. That's kind of like what it is, like a manifestation of that. So my first event was a music event. It was disco house. I'm into music. I like music. And I had Mad Start do that one with me, but then that ended up being Jesus Christ. That ended up not working out. So I don't count that one as like my first event. But August, I had an event, another music event, DJ event, 3 DJs. My friends, all Black, heavy queer space. A lot of my friends came out, and a lot electronic music. So it's like Be More, Baltimore, Jersey Club, Juke, House. So through that, I also had like people draw on the wall, so they could like draw in the middle of like this DJ like performing, and then there was also projection. My homie Cullen, he does 3D work, virtual reality stuff. Sorry, the virtual reality stuff, and he helped me out with that.
What venue was this at where people are like letting you draw on the wall at?
Material Room.
Okay.
Yeah, shout out Material Room. I wanted there to be a space where people could express themselves beyond like just dancing and beyond just hanging out outside of the venue with their friends, or like just another outlet instead of like just like how normally I feel like at events you're just looking at the DJ for the most part, unless you like have a vendor or something. But like adding that element of like I can draw, I can like look at other people's drawings, and like people were getting really creative like over there. I was like, I have a picture, but I thought that was really cool and people enjoyed it, their time. And then my second event was called Bloom, and then it was a
And these are all events under Pink Potato Club.
Yep. All of them so far have been music centered for the most part. My second event was called Bloom, and it was in Richmond again. So all my events have been in Richmond so far as I'm speaking about them. This one was, I forgot the venue name. It was free though. So that's kind of, I was going through this whole thing with the venues for that event. It was free, and it was a call to blooming, essentially. I think we had it in March, so it was right when spring kind of hit. So it was a space for people to kind of reflect on how the previous year went. Also, people characterize spring sometimes as like the new year. So I kind of tied that into the aspect of it. And I had people answer questions. So I had like a tree, like drawn out. My friend Trinity drew out a tree and had question in the middle, like in a branch. And then people like, it was like a notepad, but it was in a leaf shape. So people could put their answers like on the, it's like this whiteboard, but they could put it around the branch, the trunk to make like a.
What was the question for that first one?
Dang, I can't remember. I really can't remember. But that's something cool. Maybe like along the lines of like, how do you want this new year to go for you? Or like, what are some things you've learned over the year or something like that? And then that was the first half of the event. And then the second half, I had a band perform, and like everybody like sat down on pillows and whatnot, and it was very like. You
bought like hella pillows for the event?
Actually,
or people brought their own pillows?
my homie pitched. Shout out Allura. She gave me some pillows.
It was like BYOP, bring your own pillow.
She gave me hella pillows, so it ended up working out. Yeah. But back to like, I guess what Pink Potato Club is, which I'm still trying to figure out. I kind of characterize it as an experiment in a way. I'm kind of like throwing ideas and stuff to do out there and seeing like what works, what doesn't work, and kind of having people collaborate with me and getting a feel for getting a feel for how my brain works, I guess, in that aspect of like brainstorming events and different things like that. Because I recently had a residency at Only You that was under Pink Potato Club, and it was called Intimate Activation Club, and it was a 4-part series, and it was covering Black music. So June is Black Music Month. That's when the residency started. It was from June to July, so it was like just ended like a month ago. We celebrated Black music, Black people, and then we cover different topics every other week. So it's every other Thursday. But something ended up happening on one of the Thursdays, so it kind of got pushed back. So we ended it kind of later than we're supposed to. But
how are you guys covering these topics? So like you're spinning, and is there like a speaker that's speaking to people?
So
or how is it formulated?
Like the first hour we talk, and then the other half, well, the first half, but technically people don't come into weren't coming into like the hour end mark. So it's from 8 to 12.
It's like a group conversation?
Yeah, group conversation. We formed like a circle and we just talked about things, like talked about love and mental health. And the last one we didn't really talk in the last one. We did more of an activity based thing. It was called a call to like inner child healing. We did a show and tell. People brung things in to talk about, or they molded things with like this clay. And that was with Girly Pop HQ.
What's that?
Is Jalissa, Tati, and Nad. I don't want to butcher like what it is, but they do like activities and stuff. They're they just got started last year.
Yeah.
They do like talks and stuff like that. But they just got started. So they haven't done many things, but I've DJ'd like one of their like creative hangs they did. This was this year. Maybe they started this year. Yeah, I think they actually started this year.
That's kind of what off-world is for me in a way. It's like you can have your own thing, like you're a DJ, and you can be known for that. You can put your creative energy into that. But it's almost like you can feel limited within that. Like you might have other ideas or other stuff you want to try. So it's cool to have this brand that's like an extension of you, and that can almost be bigger than you.
Exactly.
And I kind of realized that too. Like, 'cause I used to make music, like that was my thing, and that was like when I only made music. Well, even before that, like in high school, I was doing like skits and different stuff. But like when I only made music, I felt like that was and like the first phase of it, I feel like that was the only way I could get that fulfillment of being creative was by making music. And then I started doing other stuff, and I'm like, oh wow, I feel this same fulfilling feeling. And it's like you explore these different things like in being creative, and it's like almost like you discover new parts of yourself doing it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's exactly how I feel. DJing definitely helped me even get the audience to do so. Like if I didn't DJ, I mean, I guess I could do something else and had a different audience. But I know, like, for sure, like, if I didn't do that, take that step to even put myself out there in that way of DJing, then I wouldn't probably even had done People to the Club. Probably would have been something else. So I'm happy that I did that.
So you go on this healing journey. The Pink Potato Club starts.
Exactly.
What about your YouTube channel? I feel like it's just random. I like looked at some of your videos. I was trying to figure out what was going on. Mikayla's Place sing your YouTube.
My mind.
Yeah, what is that? What is that? What do you want to do with that channel?
It's literally just posting things.
Is it that Shrek video? Like, I was like, what is this?
So the Shrek literally has nothing to do with anything. I just posted a mix and I needed a picture. So I picked Shrek. There's nothing, no ties.
Aren't they about to make a new Shrek? I think I saw that.
I think so.
It might be like 2025 or some shit, but yeah.
That's funny. Yeah, Mikayla's Place, definitely just experimentation, more experimentation. And I also have my real name and not like ALLNATUREL Place, but Mikayla's Place. I did that purposefully because I'm already all natural. Like, I already have an account for that.
So you saying you weren't confident in the beginning. You do this gig for your mom's birthday party. You do this gig that Boy Girl's mom gets for you. When do you remember the moment where you started feeling like confident as a DJ, where you like told yourself like, okay, like I'm a DJ now, or like, you know?
There was this one gig I did by myself because I've always kind of been on lineups. I feel like leading up to this gig, which is 2022. I want to say October 2022 at Helen's Bar in Richmond.
I feel like you go to Richmond a lot.
Yeah, because I went to VCU.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. So I technically did live there for a minute. That's where, honestly, my DJing kind of started. I got my first college gig. That 2022, yeah, and then yeah, okay. But back to what I was saying. What were we talking about?
When you, I guess, felt confident like, as a DJ?
Yeah. Helen's. It allowed me to know, like, okay, like, I can handle a crowd for 4 hours. I had to DJ for, like, 4 hours or so. It might have been 3. But that was the first time I was like, okay. Shout out, I'm trying to think. Bedspread for giving me that. Bedspread Radio. Those were one of the first people. It's a duo.
That's a
Jessica
DJ
and Sarah.
Bedspread is a crazy
Bedspread. You gotta look them up. Yeah. Bedspread Radio.
They just DJ laying down. Like they bring a bed to the venue.
They got me that gig, and once again, I wasn't sure. Like, oh, can I handle this? Like, I just kind of started DJing. It was only my second year technically, and I didn't have that many gigs under my belt. Even though 2022 did kind of start kicking up a little bit more. But that was a fun night. That was a really fun night. I was really blown away about, like, how I handled that. I don't know if I recorded that set, though. But
when you're going in to do, like, these sets, like these long 4-hour sets, do you have, like a set list already made? Or, like, are you doing it on the fly? Like,
so, first of all, I rarely do that long of sets. So that was just, like, for that particular one, I had a set list, but I also gave myself room to play outside of that structure. For the most part, I give myself an opportunity to improvise, like, while, impromptu stuff. Yeah.
What do you think makes a great DJ?
Oh, wow. I don't know. Great.
That's a hella demure answer.
Subjective. Like, I don't know. I plead the fifth.
Plead the fifth. Do you like when DJs talk on the mic or no?
That's not my tea.
You don't do that?
I will dance. I will dance behind the decks, but I have nothing to talk about.
Yeah. Just talk with your hands. Yeah, what I've been saying lately about DJs is, like, I've been creating out here for, like, we've been doing the pod for, like, almost 5 years. So I kind of see what's going on the scene. And I feel like this year it's been, like, less artists performing. Like, it's less events with artists performing. Like, last year I feel like it was way more. And this year, what the main events that have been kind of taken off is DJ events, where DJ just spinning, people pull up to have a good time, dance, drink. So I just been saying, like, DJs have been holding the scene down. And, like, you even see the DJ set videos, like, on social media, on YouTube. They've been going crazy this year. Yeah. We have, like, even ours out here, Social Supply, been going crazy.
Yeah. I just did that one, yeah.
Oh, did it come out already?
29th.
That's when it drops?
Yeah.
Okay. I was actually in, I was in the one that they did at, what was this street festival they did, like, last month? When it was, like, in the building where Do-Rag Daft took his shirt off. It's actually his birthday today.
Really?
Yeah. What was that festival called again? I forgot now. Remember, were you at that one?
Street?
I think it was High Street Festival. I was in that one just in the background.
Is it
Kello.
Yeah,
so Kello put that together. But I was in that one. It's funny because I was in the background and my friend Mello just sent me, like, a video the other day that his mom sent him. I guess she randomly found the DJ that set on YouTube and saw me in it and took a video and sent it to Mello. And he was like, yo, why is my mom sending me this video of you? So Social Supply got the moms on lock. So your Social Supply set's coming out on 29th. How was that?
It was...
Where'd you guys film it at?
Coastal Mod.
Okay.
It was for D. Kane's. He did a piece there. He has his pieces kind of around the spot or whatever.
Bro, D. Kane's been going crazy.
Yeah.
He's around the whole city.
Like,
he's on
literally
trucks,
every
on
time,
buildings.
like, I'll see him, like, on buses and... Be random, like a bus will go down the street. I'm like, that's D. Kane.
Bro, I look at D. Kane as, like, a sophisticated graffiti artist.
Really?
It's like very, he's like, you know how, like, as a graffiti artist, you, like, tag stuff? Like, you might tag a building or, like, a truck or, like, a train. But he's doing it, like, mad respectfully, mad professionally. You know what I'm saying? With permission.
I would say with permission. Yeah. With permission.
So, yeah, that's dropping on the 29th.
Yeah.
How long was your set, I guess?
An hour. It was an hour. It was really fun. I wasn't sure like what the crowd, how they were gonna react, but Vega was telling me like they kind of feed off of you, so it really doesn't matter what you play. That's kind of how I went into it. I was like, okay. Well.
Coastal Mod isn't like a clothing shop, like clothing store?
Mm-mm.
Or am I thinking something else?
Vintage
the furniture one. The one where I met you at where Gabe talked to the mayor?
Yeah, exactly.
That's Coastal Mod? Okay.
Coastal Mod, yeah.
That's where we met. I think we had a pod already booked at that time.
Yeah.
And I didn't know if that was you or not, because I don't think I ever like seen you before.
I didn't realize you booked the pod OD early in the year. I was like, damn, it's just March.
I'm gonna be honest. We're booked up for the whole year right now. We've been booked up for the whole year for a little while. The reason I do, people think I'm lying when I tell them that. I'll be like, yo, let's do it in like whatever, a few months from now. And they'll be like that's really the next available. I'm like, it really is. Like, the reason I do it like that is just to give myself peace of mind.
Yeah.
It's not having to like, imagine if I didn't do that, I would have to do this episode, then like be scrambling to find next week's guest like every time.
Yeah.
So this is just kind of something, that's the way I do it, just to like not have to think about it anymore. And I feel like it gives the guest some time to prepare mentally for the pod. I don't know.
Yeah.
But we met there.
Yeah.
At the Gabe Talk to the Mayor.
June?
Was it in June?
Or May?
I feel like it was before that.
May.
It was like a little while ago. Yeah, they promoted like they were about to fight, but they didn't even fight.
That was so
it was like,
serious.
Oh yeah, I guess we actually have the, yeah.
That's funny.
I didn't get the mayor to sign that, but Gabe signed it. I think you signed it too.
Really?
I think you might have signed that.
I have that same exact color one in my car right now.
Yeah. It was cool to see just like the, like our underground scene be important enough for the mayor to want to talk to us. I don't know. What'd you think about that event?
That was one of the more chill events. Like usually I am club nightlife. So it was a different vibe.
Yeah. I also saw that you did set on the Lot Radio.
Yes.
How was that?
Amazing.
I also saw Boy Girl in the background on that.
Full circle
she was
moment.
she was in the background on what was that DJ set? Was it on the radar?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think she was on the background on the radar set, right? Yeah. How was the live radio? I think I actually got hip through them just by seeing you do that.
Really?
Yeah, I wasn't really aware of them because I think they're in New York, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Lot was really fun. I'm still very much on that high because like that's a big platform. Like a lot of like known artists go up there and whatnot. Like Zach Fox was just up there. I think Tinashe, Charlie XCX. A lot of people go up there, but I got that through one of my homies, Benet. They wanted me on there. Well, he wanted me on there. And I was like, okay, let's do it. And I didn't know when I was going to go to New York, but I kind of wrapped it around like me already being in New York. And then I kind of hit him up and was like, okay, I'll be here then. And he asked the people on the lot and they were like, okay, let's do it. So that's kind of how that worked. I was going to this festival called Dweller. It's a Black electronic fest. So yeah.
Did you drive up there?
Absolutely not. Took the bus.
The bus?
Yeah.
I took the China bus the first time I went to New York. Mm-hmm. After that, I drove.
Yeah, that makes sense.
It was cool. I'm like, I want to be able to stop when I want.
That makes sense.
Use the bathroom, walk around.
Yeah. Wasn't that... It was an experience. It was worth what you pay for sure.
The bus?
Yeah.
That's cheap, though. I think it's only like $60 probably.
Yeah, it's really cheap.
They're driving fast and shit. He'll get you there. I don't know. Yeah, I remember the first time I went to New York, we got there like 5, 6 in the morning, I think. We hop in. I don't even know where we were at. I guess somewhere in Manhattan. Is that where it lands?
Yep. Chinatown.
Yeah, Chinatown. It was a cool experience. The first time I went was winter. So that was like, people say that's like the real New York experience.
I mean,
going
I went
in the winter.
during February, so it was cold.
It was still cold?
It was cold.
I think also the first time I was there was the New York City Marathon, maybe, like that weekend. I think I like seen that. Did you do anything else in New York while you were out there? So you go to this festival, you do it a lot. Did you or how many times have you been out there now?
2.
Yeah.
I just went out there in July too. Not to DJ, but for another fest. You know Mike, all caps.
Mike, all caps. I don't think
He
so.
does stuff with Earl Sweatshirt.
I don't think so.
He's like a. What type of rap is that?
Underground?
I guess. I don't know if that's the word I'm looking for. You gotta look him up though. But it was his fest. Karen? It was his fest, and yeah, I went for like 2 days. My godmom was performing actually.
At the festival?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been kind of traveling more lately, doing stuff like podcasting, like other places.
Yeah.
It's kind of funny because I guess I'm only going for like a few days. So I don't have like much time to explore. So I'm just like just doing what I came there for. We're actually going to New York in September again, at the end of September. We were out there last year and we did a pod with this dude, Yasha Grubin. He's a videographer. He's in like a lot of cool shit. But so we're about to go back and do an update pod with him because he's dropping some new shoes. So he's partnering up with this girl. Forgot her name, but she did something with Yeezy. Like she was on the Yeezy team, and they're dropping this new shoe at New York City. What's the week called? New York City Climate Week. It's like whatever they're doing for that week. So they're going to be like unveiling the shoe there, and the shoe, like when you walk, it creates energy. So I think it has like a USB on it. So like whatever the mechanism is, like when you take a step, it like charges it up.
Okay.
So that's like part of it, I guess. I don't know. So we're gonna go talk about that shoe. Yeah.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah, maybe touch more on just like how do you think, like, what do you think about our scene right now? What do you think about the importance of our creatives going outside the area, spreading the word about us? You know what I mean?
I'm very new in the scene, so I don't know exactly like what might have went on or like the history, I guess, of it. But I guess as a new creative, first of all, what was the question? I think it was a couple questions in there.
It was sometimes I throw a couple questions and like people were like, wait, what?
I gotta lock in.
Yeah, just like, what do you think about our scene right now? The importance of our creatives traveling outside.
Collabing
with people outside of here to shine a light on us more, to spread the message.
Yeah, I mean, I think that is important. This might be a little off topic, but I do want to say like how strong like our creative community is as far as like how we collaborate with each other, how we like put each other on. I see that a lot, especially in like the DJ community. I think, who was the first person that ever... I want to say it was Wise was the first person to put me on a set, which was at one of these breweries in Norfolk. I don't even know if he's seen me spin before. It was just kind of like, okay.
Showing love.
Yeah. And then, I don't know if that was the same year that I did Slow Dive.
I got the chance to go there a few times before it shut down.
So, Joe Froxy, also one of the first people to have me DJ in the 7.5. That was the up, two down thing with Fake Uzumi. And then I had Thank You Bar.
I think that got shut down too, right?
Yeah.
yeah, I've been there. Yeah. I actually just drove past there the other night. We were filming some shit over there, but yeah.
As far as like the traveling, like I definitely want to get out of like where I'm at, but only because I don't want to limit myself. And there's just a lot to explore. And of course, I want to create Virginia definitely as like my home base, for sure. Yeah.
So if you look at, I'm not sure like what bigger DJs you're into or like more known DJs, what is usually the trajectory of a successful DJ? Like how do how do they usually grow their brand? Like, what is the next step? Is it like playing bigger venues? Like, you know what I mean?
How do they do it, or like what does it look like?
What does that trajectory look like? Yeah, how do they do it, you think? Because, like, you know, if you're like,
it's usually like traveling in different countries and doing like festivals and stuff like that. I don't know if I see myself being a full-time DJ.
Really?
I don't know. I've been talking to my friends about this and stuff, saying I just don't know if, like, because I don't want it to turn into a job. Because then there's like pressure and like, I have to do this to make money and not doing this because like, oh, it's fun. It's like that added pressure that I'm not too fond of when it comes to creativity, to my creative interests and things like that.
Is that inevitable though? If you're actually dope at what you do, I feel like it's inevitable. It gets to that point where you have to find that balance between still following your passion, staying true to that,
Right.
and finding out a way to create a business around that.
And also, people are like, I think this day and age, they're always trying to find a way to turn their hobbies into businesses, and like sometimes like that, you don't have to do that. You don't have to. But I mean, I guess you can, but you don't have to. That's kind of how I feel about that.
So I guess what would you be if you're not a full-time DJ? What do you want to be? Something like taking Pink Potato Club further? Like,
Maybe.
you see yourself doing something like that full-time, or?
Maybe. Yeah.
I've thought about that too. Because like, yeah, I'm passionate about what I'm doing, but it's like, something that I'm always thinking is how more success and business getting involved and more pressure, how that affects the creative process.
Exactly.
Because I feel like you have to find that balance. Like, you have to find a way to tune all that out, have tunnel vision, and just focus on what you're doing. I don't know. I think about that though.
And like, as a DJ, personally, I don't like doing events that I don't enjoy. Like, I don't just like doing events for the money. Like, I will literally turn down an event if I don't want to do it.
For sure.
Yeah.
Sure. I do the same. I've had literally like 30, 40 people try to pay me to come on a podcast, or like pay me to do something that like I don't really want to do it. It's not about the money. Like, we want to make money, we want to, do that stuff, but it's not. I think as long as you keep your passions first, you will always it'll just grow organically.
Yeah.
You'll be where you're supposed to be.
Yeah.
And they say not all money is good money. You don't have to do every fucking gig. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. But, so even kind of tagging onto that, the pressures of business, of creating a business around your arts, I feel like there's a certain pressure now with like creatives, with this like social media pressure to grow on social media, to conform to the algorithm.
Media. Well, I'm not going to say I hate social media. I dislike social media.
You compare yourself to others. What do you dislike about social media?
I dislike, I have a strong disdain for that comparing. Also, the addiction, being up there all the time, feeling like you have to see what's going on.
And
when in reality, I don't care.
And it really is a actual addiction. Like,
it is.
You've seen the documentary where like
there's literally like studies out talking about that.
They even like the slide down to refresh. They got that from slot machines. Like, the psychology of how they're
literally hacking our minds,
literally,
to keep us addicted. Yeah.
You had I wanted to read this. You had a meme on your page that I saved. It was like, can I have this small ass word? I don't know if I can see this. You were like, it was on the algorithm. It was like, thank you for ruining my life. I'm literally an algorithm designed to maintain your attention by learning from your behavior and mirroring back that which, consciously or not, captivates you in the social worlds through which you move. I'm literally one of the most fascinating tools for collective and personal shadow work ever created. That is, only if you can learn to recognize that you aren't disturbed by social media, you're disturbed by your own reflection. It's crazy how deep these algorithms know us, and how like scientifically fucking studied their impact on us is.
Mm-hmm.
I don't
It's
know.
like we live in little echo chambers.
Definitely. We definitely live in echo chambers.
But back to social media. That's where I try to stay off more now as much as possible. Specifically Instagram. I've been off Twitter for a minute, but specifically Instagram. Instagram is the one that's kind of like, once I get on, it's like I can't stay off it type of thing. I'm always
More
like,
than TikTok?
I'd completely deleted TikTok from my phone.
Me too. Yeah.
I'm not missing anything. Like the things I think I'm missing, I'm not missing them. I don't need to know all that information. Also, that's another thing with like social media. Having all this information, all these opinions, it's just too much. I don't need to know what's going on with every single body. That's not normal. Like I'm just imagining life before social media and how you just kind of knew what you knew, whatever your circle or if you're on the phone. But like people you don't even know, like 100,000 miles across the world. What's going on?
I mean, like I use it as a tool.
It is, yeah.
So it's cool, like, and we take it for granted because we have taken it for granted, and then we've also gotten lost in the entertainment aspect of it, of like the internet. But if you really think about it as a tool, like we have all of humankind's knowledge in our pocket. So like if we were actually smart, we would use that to, I don't know, fucking research or come up with new ideas based off what's been done. Like
I like the internet. I like the internet. But I'm just talking about social media.
Social media.
Yeah. I'll Google everything. I'm a Googler. I
feel like we're still in the baby stages of the internet.
Oh, absolutely.
You know what I mean? Like we're still all figuring it out, like what it is, like how to use it efficiently in the most healthy way, like as a society. I forgot who said it, but I was like, I seen somewhere there was somebody was like, I bet you in the future they're gonna be like, wow, like we actually let kids use the internet or the social media. We let pregnant women use social media, like how it was for smoking, like smoking cigarettes. I smoke cigarettes, but it's like for the longest the companies knew that it can cause cancer, and it's like, but they like lied to people about it. So it's like, what are those dangers with the internet and social media that these creators of it probably know about, but they're just holding out as much as they can to not tell people so they can make more money?
Profitable.
Yeah.
Like they're not. That doesn't help their pockets. That doesn't help the business. So of course they're not gonna actually like push and tell people like what it's actually doing to you. And even through that, like it's literally an addiction, like a drug addiction, you know? So
you deleted TikTok. I did too. Actually, I think I had to get an update. It was like just taking up too much storage on my phone. But also we've posted on TikTok, but I never really got too into it because I feel like it was harder to build a fan base, a real fan base on there. Like you can get some viral moments, but I feel like people didn't care about you. Like on
it's
Instagram,
quick.
It's quick. It's just this like random thing. But I feel like Instagram, like you have a better chance of building a real community.
Mm-hmm. That makes sense.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Also, just a bunch of like short ass videos too, up there.
I'm kind of over the whole super short clips too. We've been dropping longer. I don't know if you noticed, but like for the past few months, most of the podcast clips we drop are like 10, 12 minutes long.
Okay.
Widescreen. It's like we got into this thing. I feel like it's kind of getting over now, but like we got into this thing last year where it's like all podcasts and like all content we're posting like 10, 20-second clips where it was like hyper edited and like it was like almost in a way where it's trying to finesse you into watching it.
Like clickbait.
Like clickbait. Like I don't care about that. Like I just want to do what I want to do, like that I really enjoy, and just like put it out. And whoever it resonates with is just going to resonate with them. And this is a podcast. So like if you're seeing our clips, if you come to YouTube to watch this podcast, this is a long form, hour-long conversation. We're not having any crazy edits. We're just having a normal flowing convo. So I feel like it's good to represent that in the clips too, right? So like if you see our clip on Instagram and you like that 10-minute clip, then you'll most likely enjoy the full hour, right? I don't know.
Like some people just don't have the attention span to get through like long formatted videos.
For sure.
Specifically with the emergence of TikTok.
Yeah. Do you like what kind of content do you usually watch? Are you more into short form, long form content? Do you watch
it really
other podcasts?
depends what type of. Yeah. Do I watch podcasts? No.
Really?
I'm not a podcast type of person. No.
That's funny too. It's like I feel like podcasting is so big, but I guess there's still a huge amount of people that don't watch podcasts yet.
Like if a specific artist, like Tyler the Creator, drops something with somebody, I'll watch it. But I'm not like seeking out different talks.
What kind of content are you usually watching? Like on, if you're just eating dinner, whatever, you're on your laptop, you're whatever, like what are you watching?
Maybe DJ sets.
Really?
I like watching DJ sets.
Okay.
Usually lot radio.
Yeah, I watch pods. I watch fucking, even it's funny because like I was actually thinking the other day, like just how I got into podcasting. And then like, I was like thinking back when I was a kid, I was like, I guess I always did ask a lot of questions. I think I was talking about this with my girl. I was like, as a kid in school, like I noticed, like looking back, I noticed that about myself. Like other kids didn't really ask questions like that. Like I was just not afraid to ask questions and I was just generally curious about stuff. And I guess that kind of rolled over into what I do now.
I do watch documentaries too, though.
What's the last doc you watched?
Nina Simone. Really depressing.
Yeah.
Really, really depressing.
What was a major takeaway from that documentary?
I didn't even finish it, but I don't know. She was strong. She was just strong. And I even hate to say that because that's kind of like, I don't know. I'm still kind of wrapping my head around that.
Earlier you said, oh yeah, my bad, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I was saying earlier you said you wrote, I don't even know if this was the real question, but on the tree, what lessons did you learn from this year or whatever? I guess I can ask you the same question. What are some lessons you learned in 2024 you feel like were impactful to you?
This is something that just popped in. Like, don't be afraid to, like, curate sets that reflect you, I guess. Because a lot of times, like, during my sets, I'm overthinking and, like, not really knowing, like, the crowd reaction. But usually when I'm in my mode and doing it for me and not being like afraid of that, it goes well. Like The Lot is a great example of that. That's
like playing, I guess, like what you want to play versus what you think the crowd wants to hear.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Other lessons. You have to do it scared.
You have to do it scared.
Yeah. That especially with.
Is it even fun if you're not scared? You know what I'm saying? That's the fun part.
Definitely with Pink Potato, the residency I did at Only You, that definitely was doing it scared. I had to talk in front of people, and that's usually something I don't do.
Because you mad demure. I just want to see how many times I can say demure on this podcast. If the algorithm is listening for the demure word. You got it.
And it was 4 events back to back to back. That was probably, what was it, my 4th time like hosting events and stuff like that.
Just the one where you guys had the group combos.
Yep, and then the DJ directly after. So, and then I had merch and stuff. Shout out Nigel, Bodega Johnny. Yeah, it was a lot of parts and pieces, and I had a co-facilitator each night. The first night was my friend Angel. The second night, Jada, but she couldn't do it, and that was when it was like, okay, I don't have a crutch to like help me get through this conversation. I have to just carry it myself, and that really put me to the test. But I did it.
It went well?
Yeah, it did.
Are you talking about Jada from like Jada Low Media?
Spirit Child.
Okay, maybe a different Jada. Okay.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Okay. I appreciate you for coming through. Is there anything else you want to touch on? Anything else you want to leave the people with? Your Social Supply set is dropping 29th.
Yes.
So that's like, this will already be out since then. So.
Oh, when is this dropping?
This is dropping on Friday. So I guess the 23rd.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, we usually drop within like a couple of days.
Hey, y'all. Anything else I want to add?
Any upcoming Pink Potato Club events? Like,
I don't plan on doing anything for the rest of the year.
Okay.
So just throwing that out there. I am figuring out what direction I want to go in. So that's kind of how I am carrying out these next months for them. So, Random. My favorite movie is White Chicks. If anybody cares.
I just watched that again recently, actually, like 2 weeks ago.
I know like all the lines, low key.
Yeah.
Like you play it right now. Like I'm pretty sure I could.
Okay.
Yeah.
You gotta do a White Chicks inspired theme. Everybody just in blonde wigs. Show.
I might do that actually. One of these days. Yeah. No, I don't have any. No.
Can people like book you, I guess?
Yeah. So somebody said I was retiring. I don't know if there's like a rumor going around or something. Like somebody brung up to me. There was like, yeah, I heard you were retiring. I'm like, what? Who said that? It's kind of odd.
We dead in that rumor right here.
I'm not.
She's just getting started.
Yeah, so anywho, yes, I'm still DJing. Yes, you can book me. My at DJ ALLNATUREL, DJ ALLNATUREL. Not natural. People say that a lot, and that bothers me. Natural.
We will put that in the description. Follow her YouTube channel,
Yes.
Mikayla's Place, for weird videos. I don't know. Check them out though. I don't even know how to explain it. Hell yeah.
And Pink Potato Club.
And Pink Potato Club.
Please.
All that will be in the description.
Thank you.
Hell yeah. Appreciate you. If you guys are watching this, we appreciate you for tuning in. Yeah. We'll see y'all soon. Peace. Come on.